Like right now, my triceps is burning way more than. Oof, that's another minute. We're getting close to the end. So, spent about 50 minutes warming up. Did some of those lat pull down things that I did in my warm up video from a couple of days ago, and then walked backwards for 30 minutes. Then after that, pretty much came right here and started, I guess, playing around with some lighter weights to, uh, I don't know, get the muscles primed, so to speak. Starting off. So yesterday was a flow workout. The day before that was just like repeated sled. So it feels like it's been a few days since I've done like an upper body bodybuilding style workout. So today is a good day for that. And I'm going to start off with some arms. So for the arm exercises, I like supersetting triceps and biceps usually when I do arms. So for triceps, going to do this combination pullover to skull crusher. It looks like this. So first I'm going to do a skull crusher with one hand, then do a pullover, skull crusher other hand, pullover. Doing a pullover adds a mobility component to the exercise, but also when you extend your arm back and bring over the pullover position, there is load being placed on the tricep. So what ends up happening is you're able to increase the time under tension for the tricep and also load it isometrically in a very unique way. So here the triceps are contracted, or wait, first. So here now the tricep is contracted. So now in the contracted position, when it moves back, there is, along with tension going into the serratus, there's also tension being placed on the tricep. And so since it's being paired with a tricep extension or a skull crusher, it creates an additional burn on the tricep. Like right now, my triceps is burning way more than if I were to just do tricep extensions or skull crushers on their own. Ooh. Supersetting that with hammer curls. No, you can. Doing alternate hammer curls for 10 reps each hand. So yeah, I'm going to superset these two for a bit, and then on to something else. So for the next set of arm exercises, which is probably going to be the last set of arm exercises before I move into some chest back. Doing alternate tricep pushdowns on the cable. I prefer doing single arm pushdowns instead of double arm because almost always my stronger hand takes over. So with this machine, I'm able to use individual weight stacks and focus on each side individually. I'm going to go for 10 reps, a minimum max 15, and I'm being very conscious about bringing the weight up slowly on each rep and really feeling the stretch and the contraction on each rep. So this is an example of like a rigid style of training where my entire body is kind of tight just to facilitate a very isolated contraction of the tricep. So this kind of stuff is, I guess, beneficial if you want to focus on an individual muscle group and really focus on the contraction, in this case of the tricep, and help build up an individual muscle group. However, while it's good for building like a certain muscle group, if that's all you do you see how the rest of the body stays rigid? So it reinforces a pattern of development or a way of like utilizing your body that forces you to be very tight, which is what the problem is with just doing traditional training. However, if you mix in the flow kind of stuff that I do on other days, so for example yesterday's workout, it preserves the ability to stay athletic and fluid, and then doing this on the other days also gets you like bodybuilding kind of gains. In any case, supersetting it with alternate kettlebell curls. So previous movement was hammer. This is with my palms facing out, and I prefer doing this variation of the curl with these kettlebells because so the way the weight's distributed, the weight doesn't touch my thighs when I bring them down, which allows an uninterrupted contraction where I'm able to like keep my mind muscle connection focused the entire way through. With most dumbbells, one side of the dumbbell usually hits the side unless I bring it down in sort of a wider angle, which doesn't give the exact contraction that I'm going for. In any case, going to do this for like 8 to 10 sets because like when something feels really good, especially with like arms or something, I just like to do a bunch of sets of it instead of doing too many variations. But yeah, after this I'm going to move into some chest and back. So for chest back, I'm going to combine cardio along with it. So the gym has this machine that's like a constant rope pull. So the act of pulling the rope is mostly a lat workout or a back workout. I'm gonna do this for a minute, and this has 7 levels of resistance to it, and I have it on the lowest resistance at the moment because I plan on doing this for a total of at least 10 sets, maybe 15, but we'll get to that in a second. So I'm gonna do this for a minute. So the machine has a timer. So it's been a minute. Now moving into alternate dumbbell presses. So the rope machine is an alternate pull down almost, and supersetting that with an alternate press. Going for 5 each side of that, and then going back into the rope. So this is my 4th set, and this, I haven't done this in a while. I don't know if it's even appeared in the past 220 days, or because if it's not appeared on video in the past 221 episodes, then I definitely haven't done it in the past 221 days. And this is something that I used to do, I guess, before I started my YouTube channel. Oftentimes I would superset it with like kettlebell deadlifts and push-ups, but today opting for the alternate press. So that was another minute, and moving back to the dumbbell presses. It's quite taxing on the shoulders, actually. Like, my shoulders are burning a lot after this. Gonna loosen it up a little before I head into the next set. But yeah, a good way to build muscular endurance, I would say. Pulling the rope down, I'm trying to make sure that I get a good stretch in the lats too, trying not to like slack in the sense of shortening my range of motion. Like that would mean going like this or something. So yeah, I'm gonna keep doing this back and forth for at least another 20 minutes, which would mean 10 sets on this, and also 10 sets of presses more. Should burn the heck out of my upper body, and yeah, should be pretty taxed with chest back after that. Did arms before it. Doing this will add a cardio element, so I'll get that done as well. But yeah, I'll probably record something after this. So here's another angle to show you what I'm doing. So I finished. I've been on this for 18 minutes. I did 6 sets with level 1, then 3 sets with every following level. And so now I'm at 18 minutes, so I just finished my 18th set. I'm gonna go higher, so now it's at level 6, which is the second to last resistance. So I'm gonna do this for a minute. So at this point, my shoulders and back aren't super exhausted, but that's mostly because I do have relatively good endurance, muscular endurance. But when it was my first couple of times when I first did this ever, or if you're not someone who does endurance work too often, something like this will definitely burn quite a bit. In any case, so especially at higher resistance, you feel your back getting recruited quite a bit, significantly at each rep. So that was 1 minute. And then moving into alternate presses. And since I'm doing 5 reps each hand at the end of each set, and this was the 19th set, I've done 95 reps of presses along with this. And at 20 minutes, I would have done 100 reps. So I'm able to get a lot of volume in for chest as well, while having a cardiovascular component, because I'm not taking breaks. It's keeping my heart rate high. The entire upper body is at work with a resistance element to it, burning a lot of calories, keeping the heart rate high, and giving you a resistance training sort of workout for your chest and back. So I feel like my back gets hit well enough through sled moves and stuff like that, but it's usually the chest that doesn't get hit as well. And as I get exhausted, I'm trying not to compromise my range of motion with the dumbbell presses. But yeah, this is going to be the 3rd set at this resistance. and my 21st set overall as a result of it. So that combined with the time taken to do dumbbell presses, it's probably around 35 to 40, maybe more. And my plan is to do 3 minutes at the final level as well, which is level 7. I guess I'll record my last 3 sets too. So yeah, moved up 1 level to 7, which is the final level. And yeah, that's just so much harder to pull. But this is what I signed up for, and can't back out now. Definitely not, I guess, climbing as fast in the lower resistance, but that's expected. My focus mainly is on keeping up the pace or not stopping for too long. Two more sets left. That's another minute. We're getting close to the end. Last set. If I'm feeling this exhausted, I'm usually, like if I had music playing,
I picture like training montages from animes or like a Batman movie or something, and just try to, I guess, visualize what it would be like to be one of those characters. And then the thought of that kind of gets me fired up. But right now, there's no music because I have to record the video, and since I'm talking, I guess the idea of talking or trying to come up with something to say is distracting me from the pain and the exhaustion of it a little bit. But yeah, in the face of exhaustion and pain, just use some whatever mind trick gets you distracted or an energy boost temporarily to get through with what's at hand. Final set. But yeah, that was 24 sets of this plus 24 sets of the dumbbell presses. So that's 120 alternate dumbbell presses and 6 sets with level 1, then 3 sets at every level from there on out. I would say that's pretty good for chest and back. I'm gonna head to the sauna now and I guess do some tib raises with the kettlebell and stuff in there. Yeah, I don't know if this is it for today's video. We'll see if there's an outro. If not, this is it for today's video. See you all tomorrow.